they started in retail, 1-800-Flowers, Jim, eventually his brother. They were one of the first companies, maybe the first to adopt the 1-800-whatever moniker and build their brand around that concept and built a substantial telemarketing organization. It's worth noting for all of us who are entrepreneurs, they did that as all true entrepreneurs do, usually jumping into the deep end of the pool and finding their way out along the way.
Stupidly.
They are one of the first e-commerce players. You guys, I think, have the distinction you said of the first credit card transaction on the AOL platform.
The first transaction of any kind on AOL.
Lots of firsts here. And then we get to social commerce, and we get to see, I think, you can see it from Jim, but you can see, pardon the pun, the full bloom of this situation, which is he's got these great skills in transactional relationship development, and now he sees social commerce coming along and thinks it's very appropriate for what he's doing, and he's gone headlong into it. And you got to tell us what you're doing in it, but also how does that translate to all businesses everywhere?
So as what Louis just described to you is as a company, we described it as we've gone through 4 waves. First wave was a store and then stores. So stores, retail stores. The second wave was when 10 years in we changed our name to 1-800-Flowers because that was a new technology in 1985, the 800 number idea. And of course we went around to everybody in the flower industry. We went to this FTD outfit that we were a member of because it was a membership-owned cooperative, and we said, here's what we're going to do, and they went, never going to work. I said, would you be interested in partnering with us? We'll give you $25,000 for the idea, and we're not going to do anything with it, but other than that, no thanks. So our response was no thanks as well. And everyone told us, no one wants to use a credit card over the telephone. No, everyone has a house account at their flower shop. They call 24 hours a day, not interested. 7 days a week, nobody cares. 7-day guarantee, just nobody cares. Thank God we were too dumb to realize how wrong they were, and it didn't matter. So we went on and did it anyway. And sometimes, every day, you're all trying to get smarter. And we do. And then there's that time where we're so smart we know everything that won't work. So you always find trying that balance where I know conventional wisdom and what I feel says that this isn't going to work, but I'm going to do it different. Jeff Adwar says, I'm going to go direct to consumers with my jewelry business because just relying on the department stores, that's not the best proposition. I want to go direct to the consumer too, so let me find a brand I can work with that already has a customer relationship because I think I know what they want, and then I can use that data to go back to my department store and say, no, you said they'd never want that Daisy collection, but it's the #1 seller in the direct to the consumer world through my online customers, so don't you want to buy that for your customer? So we always want to get smarter, but sometimes we're too darn smart. And then the third wave for us was after we adopted the 800 number, was my younger brother Chris, 10 years my junior, joins the business. He's young and doesn't know it can't happen, and he's always playing around with these new technologies. Catalog on a CD-ROM. Sound like a great idea? Bomb. And we did 40 such bombs, 45, 6, 7 such bombs, but we were always playing around with new technology. Why? We embraced a new technology in 1985, 6, and by 1991, we had changed our industry. Without having money to do it, just good fortune, catching lightning in a bottle, we were now the biggest idea in the floral business in the world in 5 or 6 years with no capital. So if we, who aren't that smart and certainly not funded, could change our whole industry, what's the next technology going to be that changes us? So we were always trying to find out, let's be the ones who figure out the new technology. And so he was always playing around. One of the things he played around on was this World Wide Web thing. So in 1991 or 2, we had our own website. It didn't matter. No one knew or cared. By 94, we became the first merchant on AOL to transact. Now it started to matter. 95, Netscape comes along with a browser. All of a sudden the internet is organized. It's starting to really matter now. And by 99, we're forced to go, not forced, but we're compelled to go public because the market's on fire and we're at war. We had 0 competitors other than the 30,000 florists at that time who were our competitors, and some of them were our partners. And now all of a sudden we have 22 financed competitors who thought if they can do it, we can do it because we now have venture capital money. So we figured we better get public while the getting's good.